Good evening, everybody. Here we are. Second day of 2. Doing a huge roll sale. Over 1,500 rolls I counted altogether. Over 1,500 rolls we're selling this weekend alone. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is with Mike Leapline. He never reached out to me. Never once said anything was wrong. So I've had no chance at all to rectify any situation with him. So I've simply blocked him from the channel because I will not have behavior like that unannounced. Hello, Paul. Glad you made it today. And Rhonda. And everyone else. We are all here for a wonderful time. Great auction coming up here. Let's go ahead and get started with it. What do you say? This is going to be lot number 15. Lot number 15 is the box number 15. We have done 14 boxes already, so this is box number 15, second day. Going to start this off at $30. Anybody want to bid a $30 bid? Yes, you are current, Kelly. Everything is current. Everything's here. And we have, what do we have here? Okay, all of the hand-wrapped rolls that say the 50C pennies on them, those are all 2016D uncirculated rolls. And there's a 09 Philadelphia LP2. That's the log splitter, the second design. And then we have 6 rolls of 2011P. 2011P are really known for a number of decent double dies, obverse and reverse. And so we have 12 rolls here. 12 rolls ready to go at a $30 bid. Anybody bid a $30? $30 get me started. Mark Thomas at $30. $30 now, looking for a bid of $31. $31, anybody bid a $31? I did not get a gold Sharpie. Sorry. I have not left the house since I was on last night. It's 45 degrees and raining outside. I just don't want to be out there. Kelly says a $30 bid, need a $31. Need a $31 bid. Anybody bid a $31? $31. Anybody bid a $31? $31. Looking for a $31 bid. Anybody bid a $31? Look a bid a $31. Anybody bid a $31? No bid of $31. Got $30. $30 going once. Looking for a bid of $31. $31. Anybody bid a $31? Got $30 going twice now. Looking for a bid of $31. $31. Anybody bid a $31? Look a bid of $31. Anybody bid a $31? Less than $3 per roll. And you get the 09 PLP2 in there. Last and final call for a $31 bid. And we're sold to Mark Thomas. Oh, here comes Jesse Minter for a $31 bid. I tell you what. I tell you how we're going to work this. I have a few of these. For Mark Thomas, Kelly Michaud, and Jesse Minter, plus one other person, whoever says first, we can do a bin at 25 on this. Mark Thomas, Kelly Michaud, Jesse Minter, plus one more person can bin at $25. First bin takes it 25. There's Mark. Need one other person to bin. Mark, Kelly, Jesse Minter. There's Kelly. Jesse, let us know that you're on for $25 on a box exactly like this one. And I've got one. There's Jesse. I've got one for one other person. Anybody else want to get one of them at 25? You can certainly say bin right now, and they will be yours. At 25. $25. 25 only. You get these 12 rolls. It's just above 12. Let's see, just above $2 a roll. No other bidder takers. No one else at 25. All right, we'll skip that last one. And we'll move on to box number 16. Box number 16 contains this right here, 70D, 69D, and then a bunch of wheat cents. Now, the rolls with the diamonds on them, I don't even know where those came from. They had some memorials at the end. I believe those are out of circulation from about 1990. So most of them are going to have 1980s in there. Frank P. Frank P was lagging a little bit behind. He'll take the fourth box on number 15. And then we've got lot 16 now. Lot 16 now, starting at a $30 bid. Anybody bid at $30? Looking for a bid at $30? We've got a 70D, a couple of 69Ds. We've got that wheat roll down at the bottom on the left. And then we've got another wheat roll up on the top in the center. And then the other 7 rolls that have the diamonds on them, those 7 rolls are probably out of circulation from about 1992. 90 to 92. So we got Paul at 30, Malcolm at 30, Deanne comes in at 30. Got 3 $30 bids, looking for a bid at 31. Got Paul at 30, looking for a bid at 31. Now 31, anybody bid at 31? 31, looking for a bid at 31. How about a bid at 31? Anybody bid at 31? 31, 31. Malcolm at 31, 31, now 32. 31, now 32, looking for a bid at 32. Anybody bid at 32? Looking for a bid at 32 now. We got Paul at 33. Paul Fitzgerald at 33. Paul Fitzgerald at 33, looking for a bid at 34. Now 34, anybody bid at 34? 34, looking for a bid at 34. Got a bid at 33, looking for a bid at 34. Now 34, Malcolm at 34, now 35. 35, anybody bid at 35? I have no idea what's in those 7 rolls over on the right-hand side. At one point in time, I used to collect rolls from people who had them sitting in their closet or in their drawers or whatever, and would collect them and put them in boxes to look at later, and I think that's where these came from. I've had them for quite some time. I have no idea exactly what they are, where they came from. But I believe they were out of change from the early 1990s. We got Malcolm up to 38 now. 38, looking for a bid at 39. 39, anybody bid at 39? Look a bid at 39. Anybody bid at 39? No bid at 39. 38, looking for a bid at 39. 38 going once, looking for a bid at 39. 39 now, anybody bid at 39? Yeah, 39 twice now, looking for a bid at 39. There's Paul Fitzgerald at 39. Hello, Carl. There's Paul at 39, looking for a bid at 40 now. 40, anybody bid at 40? Looking for a bid at 40. Malcolm at a bid at 40. Malcolm at a bid at 40, look a bid at 41 now. 41, anybody bid at 41? Look a bid at 41 now, anybody bid at 41? Looking for a bid at 41. 41 now, anybody bid at 41? Looking for a bid at 41, anybody bid at 41? Malcolm, $40 going once, looking for a bid of 41. How about a bid of 41? Anybody bid of 41? Twice now at 40, looking for a bid of 41. 41, there's Paul Fitzgerald at 42. Paul Fitzgerald at 42, now looking for a bid of 43. 42 now, 43, looking for a bid of 43. Now 43, anybody bid of 43? Looking for a bid of 43. How about a bid of 43? Paul Fitzgerald at 42, looking for a bid of 43, going once. There's 43, Malcolm. Malcolm at 43 now, look for a bid of 44. 44, anybody bid of 44? Look a bid of 44 now, anybody bid of 44? Malcolm at 43, looking for a bid of 44. 44, anybody bid of 44? Malcolm at 43, going once, looking for a bid of 44. Looking for a bid of 44 now, anybody bid of 44? Malcolm at 43 twice now, looking for a bid of 44. Paul Fitzgerald is out, thank you very much. Last and final call, looking for a bid of 44. Anybody bid of 44? Sold to Malcolm at 43. 43 to Malcolm. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now we move on to our next box. Next box, box number 17. Why didn't I get a box number 17 in here? Hang on a second. Let me edit things up a little bit and get 17 and 18 in here. I don't know why things didn't work the way they... Oh, well, they didn't work the way they should, obviously, because I'm not doing it right for some reason. There we go, 17 and 18. And let me take those two and move them up in the order. There we go. Okay. There's number 17. Box number 17. Box number 17. Going to start this one off with a $20 start. $20. Anybody bid at $20? We got a 61D, a 62D. Not sure what that. I think that's a 64. I think it's a 64D in the corner. And then we've got two more 61Ds, a 75D. We've got three original, early 60s original bank wrap rolls. And then we've got three 2016Ds just thrown in there to give you something else to look at. We've got a total of 12 rolls in here. Mark Thomas now at a tie bid of 21. 21, anybody bid at 22? 21 now, look a bid at 22. 22, anybody bid at 22? Looking for a bid at 22 now, anybody bid at 22? Hello, yo, man. We got Mr. Boudreau here. Mr. Boudreau bids at 25. 25 now, looking for a bid at 26. 26 now, anybody bid at 26? Got Mark Thomas at 27. Paul Fitzgerald at 30. Paul at 30. Paul at 30 now, looking for a bid of 31. 31, anybody bid of 31? 30 now, 31, anybody bid of 31? Yo man at 31. 31 now, 32. 32, anybody bid of 32? 32, looking for a bid of 32 now, anybody bid of 32? Mr. Boudreau at 32. Mr. Boudreau at 32. Deanne tries 32. Paul Fitzgerald at 33. Mark Thomas tries 33. Got a bid of 33 from Paul Fitzgerald. Looking for a bid of 34. There's Yo Man at 34. Yo Man at 34. Looking for a bid of 35. 35. Anybody bid of 35? There's Mr. Boudreau at 35. 35 now 36. Now 36. Looking for a bid of 36. How about a bid of 36 now? Anybody bid of 36? Need a bid of 36. Got 35. Got 37 now. Paul and Deanne comes in at 38. 38 to Deanne, looking for a bid of 39. 39, anybody bid of 39? Look a bid of 39, anybody bid of 39? Yo Man at 40. Yo Man at 40 now, 41. 41, anybody bid of 41? Looking for a bid of 41. 41, anybody bid of 41? Look a bid of 41 now, anybody bid of 41? Looking for a bid of 41? Mr. Boudreau 42. Mr. Boudreau 42. 42 now, look a bid of 43. 42 now, 43. 43, anybody bid of 43? Look a bid of 43. There's Paul at 43. Paul at 43. There is Parvez Noab. He is a registered bidder. Going to get him located with a wrench. Good evening, Parvez. And let's see, Deanne now at 44. Yo Man at 45. Mr. Boudreau comes in after Yo Man at 45. So Yo Man is our high bidder at 45 now. 45, looking for a bid of 46. There's Paul with a bid of 46. Paul's 46 now, looking for a bid of 47. 47, anybody bid of 47? Looking for a bid of 47 now. 47, anybody bid of 47? 46, looking for a bid of 47. How about a bid of 47? Anybody bid of 47? Deanne at 48. Deanne at 48. 48 now, looking for a bid of 49. 49, anybody bid of 49? 49 now, looking for a bid of 49. There's Paul at 50. Paul at 50, Yo Man is out. There's Paul at 50, looking for a bid of 55. 55 now, anybody bid of 55? 55, looking for a bid of 55. How about a bid of 55? Anybody bid of 55? Tell you what, let's do it this way. I'm going to stop bidding here. Let's see. I have constructed 5 identical boxes with basically identical rolls from the same sources. And my high bid is Paul Fitzgerald at 50. So if I did Deanne, Paul Fitzgerald, Mr. Boudreau, I'm gonna call you MJ on here, MJB. Let's say Yo Man. Who else did I miss? Anybody? Mark Thomas. That's my top 5 right there. So with my top five bidders, I'm going to offer these as a bin at $40. Top 5 bidders. There's your initials. There's my top 5. Paul Fitzgerald, Deanne, MJB, Yo Man, Mark Thomas. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Still looking for, who am I still looking for? Deanne. There's Deanne. So there's all 5 at $40. Box number 17. I appreciate it. And now let me move on to the other missing box, number 18. Box number 18. You got a 61D, a 59D, and a 63. Those all come in tubes. And then in bank wrap straps, well, you've got 75D. You've got some Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis. You've got, let's see, Armored Express Corporation of Chicago. Now that's 69, 66, 70. There's a few different dates there, but the ones that are Fed Reserve of St. Louis, I think, are all 73D or 74D. So start this off now at, let's say a $30 start. $30 start. Otis gives me $30. $30 now. Looking for a bid of 31. 31. Anybody bid of 31? Looking for a bid of 31. Now anybody bid of 31? How about a bid of 31? Anybody bid of 31? There's Ant with a bid of 30. Looking for a bid of 31. 31. Anybody bid of 31? Will Live at 50. Will Live slams the door shut on everybody else at $50. $50 bid. Now looking for 55. 55. Anybody bid of 55? 55. Looking for a bid of 55. Tim Morrell tries 40. Otis tries 33. Got to catch up to Will at 50. Looking for a bid of 55. 55. Anybody bid of 55? Got $50. Going once. Looking for a bid of 55. 55. Anybody bid of 55? Got $50 going twice. Looking for a bid of 55. 55. Anybody bid of 55? And we'll do a sold there. However, here's how I'm going to handle this. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of these. My top 4 bidders, which was Will Live, Timothy Morell, Otis, and Farm Dog. So OC and Farm Dog. You four, I'll make them available at my initial $30. $30 bin for the 4 of you. You guys want them? Get in at $30 now. $30 right now. Hello, Kelly Ray. You didn't miss a whole lot. Not missing a bunch. Not yet. There's all 4 of my bins. All 4 of my bins at the $30 level for the 18, box number 18. I appreciate it, folks. Thank you, guys. Let's see. How about I move on to the next box? The next box is going to be this right here, box number 19. Well, sometimes people like trying to discover new stuff. And the way to discover new stuff is to look through new coins. And, well, there are a number of nice 2019 double dice that you can find. There's also 2020s. I don't know about the D Mint, but I do know the Philadelphia Mint had them. So let's try this. We're going to try a box that has 7 2019s and 5 2020s. 2020D. So 7 of the 19s and 5 of the 2020Ds. We're going to start this off. Oh, let's give you a very reasonable bid amount. How about $1 a roll? $12. $12 will start this. $12 to start this one up. Yes, you are registered to bid, Rhonda. Kelly says bin 5. Oh, we got $12 start on this. Rhonda gives me a $12 bid. Now Kelly at 13. Kelly at 13 looking for a bid of 14. 14, anybody bid of 14. Kelly Michaud at 13, looking for a bid of 14. Carl at 14, now looking for a bid of 15. 15 now, anybody bid of 15, look a bid of 15, now anybody bid of 15. Looking for $15. Anybody bid of $15. Kelly rays here. All the rays of sunshine and smiles and hugs are just bleeding all over the page. Wonderful. I love to see that, Kelly Ray. We usually have Donna in here giving everybody hugs, but she hasn't been around lately much. Hello, AZ Coins. Got Rhonda at 15. Now Frank P at 16. $16 bid now. Looking for 17. 17. Anybody bid is 17. Carl at 16.50. Carl at 16.50 now. Looking for a $17 bid. 17. Anybody bid is 17. Looking for a bid of 17. Anybody bid is 17. Hello, Jeff. 17. Looking for a $17 bid. 17. Anybody bid is 17. There's Rhonda at 17. Now Kelly at 20. Kelly at 20. Now looking for 21. 21. Anybody bid at 21. Look a bid at 21. 21. Anybody bid at 21. $21 bid now. Look a bid at 21. Anybody bid at 21. Look a bid at 21. 21. Anybody bid at 21. Here's Kelly Ray at 22. 22 now. 23. How about a bid at 23? 23. Anybody bid at 23? Look a bid at 23. 23. 23. Look a bid at 23. Now anybody bid at 23. 22. Going once. Look for a bid at 23. Anybody bid at 23? Look a bid at 23. Anybody bid at 23? Got $22. 22 going twice now. Look for a bid at 23. Looking for a bid at 23. 23. Anybody bid at 23? Last and final call. Looking for a bid at 23. How about a bid at 23? Sold Kelly Ray at 22. I tell you what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to offer up to 4 of these out. We're going to do them at $20. Okay? $20 bin. Kelly Ray is my first possible. Kelly Michaud is my second possible. Rhonda Powers Crass. Rhonda Powers Crass is my third. So I'm going to do RKP. I'm sorry, RPK. Sorry, RPK. Got to get used to something. Carl is my next. And let's offer them to those 4. See if anybody wants them. There's Kelly Michaud says yes. So I've got Kelly Ray, Kelly Michaud, Rhonda, and Carl. Rhonda says she'll take it. Kelly Ray says sweet. So I think that means yes. And so I'm just waiting on Carl to say yes or no. Waiting on Carl. Anybody for Carl? Carl. Looking for Carl. And it looks like if Carl does not buy, I'll have 2 spots left. If he does buy, I only have 1. But Frank, let me know. Frank P is my next one. So Frank, if you want to try it out, let me see you say Ben. Hello, Andy. Frank. Carl, Frank. Frank says Ben. I got 1 more left. Oh, I've got a bunch of lots, Patreus. I've got a bunch. We're probably going to be in here, I'm going to say until at least 7:30, 8 o'clock. Carl does lag sometimes, unfortunately. Carl either has a slow computer or a slow connection, something. Bueller. Macroeconomics. That's right. Okay, we're going to leave that one hang for a little while. We'll just see if Carl wants to say anything. If he doesn't, then we'll just keep moving. Carl, let me know if you want a number 19. That's going to be 7 rolls of 2019P, 5 rolls of 2020D, and we're doing it at $20 right up and straight down on the spot. Lot number 20 now. Lot number 20. We've got a nice little nice little grouping of rolls for you. Got 381Ds, 274Ds, and then we got 2 of the famous 2009 PLP2s. Got all the different double die reverses to be looking for. Plus, we've got a 2001, 2001D, 71D, 70D, and a 70P. So we're covering some of the early 70s, covering some of the 80s, and some of the 2000s. Let's start this lot off. Let's start it at $30. How about a $30 start on this? Anybody bid at $30? $30, get me started. 30, anybody get me started? A lot 20. There's Mark at $30. 30 now, looking for a bid at 31. Got 30, looking for 31. 31, anybody bid at 31? Mark Thomas at 30, looking for a bid at 31. 31 now, anybody bid at 31? Looking for a bid at 31? Anybody bid at 31? There's Paul Hampton at 35. 35 now, looking for a bid at 40. Anybody bid at 40? Looking for a bid at 49. Anybody bid at 40? Looking for a bid at 40. 36, Kelly Ray. 36 now, looking for a bid at 37. 37, anybody bid at 37? How about a bid at 37? I get a bit of 37. Anybody bid at 37? Look a bit of 37. Add a bit of 37. There's Mark Thomas at 37. 37 now. 38. 38. Anybody bid at 38? Looking for a bit of 38. How about a bit of 38? Anybody bid at 38? 38. 38. Looking for a bit of 38. 37. Now there's 40. Kelly Ray at 40. 40 now. 41. 41. Anybody bid at 41? Looking for a bit of 41. 41. Anybody bid at 41? There's Paul Hampton trying 40 now. 41. 41 now. 42. 42. Anybody bid at 42? 42. Looking for a bit of 42. How about a bit of 42? Anybody bid at 42? 42. Anybody bid at 42? It is Sunday, Wanda. Hello. Good day, Wanda. And how is Wanda doing? We're doing box lots. Kelly Ray at 42. If I can help you become unconfused, let me know. I'll do whatever I can. Here's Kelly Ray at 42, looking for a bit of 43. 43 now, anybody bid at 43? Look a bit of 43, now a bit of 43. 43, anybody bid at 43? Looking for a bit of 43. 43, anybody bid at 43? You're cold, but here? It is. It's chilly outside. Well, I tell you what. I don't know what it's like down there in Georgia, but over here in North Carolina, it is chilly. It's only like 45 degrees outside, and it's going down as the day goes on. Here's Stonecutter. Stonecutter in. We got 42 for the bid, looking for a bit of 43. How about a bit of 43? 42 going once, now looking for a bit of 43. Anybody bid of 43? Looking for a bit of 43. 42 going twice, now looking for a bit of 43. 43, anybody bid of 43? Looking for a bit of 43. Now anybody bid of 43? I'm sold to Kelly Ray at 42. Sold to Kelly Ray at 42. There is Farm Dog and Stonecutter. There's Stonecutter for the day. Stephen A. And Wanda. It's always warmer with Wanda around. I appreciate you being here, Wanda. I wonder about you a lot, Wanda. I wonder about Wanda. I'm sure Wanda wonders about Wanda. Oh, Parv is in Central Florida. He's one of our relatively new people. He just came in and registered. We have a few people in Florida, Parvis. Sissy is from Florida. Kelly Ray is in Florida. Eric is in Florida. I used to live in Florida. I don't anymore, but I used to. I live in North Carolina now. So let me move on to the next item. Next item is going to be box number 21. Box number 21 is this right here. You've got a 61 Philly, a 61 Denver, a 71 Denver. There's a 70, it looks like a 74 or 74 Denver, 81, 80, 81. This is just a mixture of older rolls. Mixture of older rolls here. 79. There's a 1995 for the people who like looking for the double die. 1980, another double die. That 60DX is a 60D small date roll. A 1981D, got a couple of those. Who's going to start me off here? Start me off at a $30 bid. Anybody bid at $30? Look at bid at $30 now. Anybody bid at $30? 30, looking for 30. There's Mark Thomas at 30, now 31. 31, anybody bid at 31? 31, looking for a bid at 31. Now bid at 31, look a bid at 31. Well, it could be. It looks like it is. Tim, I'm saying, yeah, that 95 does look a little short. Looks like it only has about 47 or 48 coins in it. It may be a short roll. Oh, the big top got bulldozed. Oh, bummer. The one out on Fowler, right? I wonder why they would do that. I went to his show there about 5 years ago. It was actually not a bad show. Let's see, we're up to Mark Thomas at $40 now. Mark Thomas at 40, looking for a bid of 41. 41, anybody bid of 41? Looking for a bid of 41, anybody bid of 41? This is the only one of these I have. So we got Malcolm at 42 now. Malcolm at 42, looking for a bid of 43. 43, anybody bid of 43? Oh, I hate that, Kelly Ray. I had a good time at that place. I wonder what they're going to put there, if anything. Malcolm at 42 now, looking for a bid of 43. 43, anybody bid of 43? Got a lot of good memories at that place. The price of progress, that's for sure. Progress sometimes is backwards. But hey, I guess we have to do with what we get handed to us, right? Malcolm at 42, going once, looking for a bid of 43. 43, anybody bid of 43? Malcolm with a bid of 42, looking for a bid of 43. 43, anybody bid of 43? 42, going twice now, looking for a bid of 43. 43, anybody bid of 43? Looking for a bid of 43. How about a bid of 43? Anybody bid of 43? Last and final call, looking for a bid of 43. There's Sissy. Oops. All right, we're sold to Malcolm at 42. I appreciate it, Malcolm. Thank you very much, sir. Let me move us on to the next box. Next box is this one right here, box number 22. We got a full roll of 59, 2 rolls of 59. There's a 61D. That says AU, but that's not true. It's a BU roll. There's a 61 Philly, 64D, 68S, 71P, 63 Philly. There's 68S, 81 Denver, 75 Denver, 83 Denver. 83 Denver. Would you look at that? 1983 Denver. You got a chance of finding an FS listed coin in those that not a lot of people knew existed. A pretty good chance you could find something in one of these rolls or more that would be of good value. Go start this off at $30. How about a $30 bid? Kelly Ray at 30 now, 31, 31. Anybody bid at 31? Looking for a $31 bid. There's Carl. Carl at 30, looking for a bid at 31. 31 now, anybody bid at 31? Looking for a bid at 31. Carl at 31 now, 32. 31 now, 32. 32, anybody bid at 32? 32. There's Crispy at 33. 33 now, 35 out of Paul Fitzgerald. 35 now, looking for a bid at 36. 36, anybody bid at 36? 36 now, looking for 36. Anybody bid at 36? 36, anybody bid at 36? 36, there's Carl at 36, 36, now 37. Now 37, looking for a bid at 37, 37. Anybody bid at 37? There's Baseman at 40. I remembered Baseman at 40, looking for a bid at 41. Now 41, anybody bid at 41, 41. Anybody bid at 41, look a bid at 41. There's Paul at 42. Paul at 42. Now 43. Frank at 43, now 44. Anybody bid at 44? 44, looking for a bid at 44. There's Carl at 44, now 45. 45, anybody bid at 45? Looking for a bid of 45, 45, anybody bid of 45, look a bid of 45, 45, anybody bid of 45. 44, got 44, looking for a bid of 45. Carl's bid of 44, looking for a bid of 45, anybody bid of 45. There's Kelly Ray 45, now 46. Now looking for a bid of 46, 46, anybody bid of 46, looking for a bid of 46. Got 45, looking for a bid of 46, 46, anybody bid of 46, 46, anybody bid of 46. You've got 45, 45 going once at Kelly Ray, looking for a bid of 46. Looking for a bid of 46. Anybody bid of 46? Looking for a bid of 46 now. Anybody bid of 46? We got 40 people in the house. 45. Looking for a bid of 46. 46 now. Crispy at 46 now. 47. 47. How about a bid of 47? Baseman at 47. Baseman at 47. Looking for a bid of 48. 48. 48. Anybody bid of 48? There's Frank at 50. Frank at 50. $50 now. Looking for 55. 55. Only 55. Looking for a bid of 55. Anybody bid of 55? Looking for a bid of 55. 55 now. Looking for a bid of 55. Anybody bid of 55? Got a $50 bid going once. Looking for a bid of 55. 55. Anybody bid of 55? Got a $50 bid. 50. Going twice now. 50. Looking for a $55 bid. 55. Anybody bid of 55? There's Kelly Ray at 55 now. 60. 55 now. 60. 60. Looking for a $60 bid. Anybody bid of $60? $60 now. Anybody bid of $60? Surprise parties, there you go. 55 now, 60, $60. Looking for a $60 bid. Anybody bid a $60? Looking for a $60 bid. Got 55 going once, looking for a $60 bid. Anybody bid a 60? Looking for a bid of 60 now. Anybody bid a 60? Got 55 going twice now, looking for a $60 bid. 60. Anybody bid a 60? Looking for a bid of 60 now. Anybody bid a 60? Last and final call, looking for a $60 bid. Sold Kelly Ray 55. I appreciate it, Kelly Ray. Thank you very much. On to the next item. We do have mystery boxes again tonight, just to let you know. Number 23. Box number 23, going to start this off at $30. You got a 1960 times 1, 2, 3. There's a 59D, 59 Philly, 69D times 2. You got a 61 Philly old roll, old hand-wrapped roll, 71. 271 Philly rolls, a 75 Denver roll, all kinds of potential in this. So I'm going to start it off at $30. Anybody want to start at $30? $30 start. Anybody $30? Mark Thomas at 35. Now Crispy at 45. Crispy at 45, looking for a bid of 46. 46, anybody bid of 46? 46, looking for a bid of 46. How about a bid of 46? Anybody bid of 46? 46 now, looking for a bid of 46. 46, anybody bid of 46? Mark Thomas at 47. 47 now, looking for a bid of 50. How about a bid of 50? Anybody bid of 50? Anybody bid of 50? Look a bid of 50 now. Anybody bid of 50? Looking for a bid of 50? How about a bid of 50? Anybody bid of 50? Mark Thomas at 47, looking for 50. How about 48? 48, anybody bid of 48? Look a bid of 48 now. Anybody bid of 48? Look a bid of 48. Need a bid of 48? Look a bid of 48. Anybody bid of 48? Look a bid of 48 now. Anybody bid of 48? I can do that all night. Auctioning off pigs. I better get a bit of pig. Piggy. 45, 45, 46, 47, 48, 48, 48, 48, 48. Anybody bid of 48? Look a bit of 48 now. Anybody bid of 48? Look a bit of 48. How about if I cover the mic? So better now 48, now 49, 49, 49. Anybody bid of 49? Look a bit of 49. Anybody bid of 49? Look a bit of 49. Too fast for your ears to hear. How about if I do it slower? 48 now, looking for a bit of 49. 49, 49. Anybody bid of 49? Look a bit of 49. There's a bit of 50, 50, 50. Bid of 50 now, looking for a bit of 55, 55, anybody bid of 55, looking for a bit of 55, 55, anybody bid of 55. Is that better, Wanda? 55, 55, anybody bid of 55. Looking for a bit of 55 now, anybody bid of 55. $50 going once, looking for a bit of 55, 55, anybody bid of 55. What does it sound familiar? What does it sound like? Sound familiar? 55, anybody bid of 55? 50 going twice now, looking for a bit of 55, 55, anybody bid of 55? Last and final call, looking for a bit of 55, 55, anybody bid of 55? Sold, Mark Thomas at $50, I appreciate it, thank you very much. Andy says, take a breath. I'll take a breath when I pass out. I'm not worried about it before then. That was number 23. Let's move on to box number 24 now. Box number 24, this right here. A lot like the last one, but you got a 60D small date roll. There's a 70D roll in there. 81D, 81D, 77D. I believe that one on the end over there is 1960 Philadelphia. 1960 Philadelphia, got a few of those. There's a 59D roll in there. Two 59D rolls, actually. Pretty nice cover of the gamut of memorials. Start this off at $30. Anybody start me $30? $30 bid. Give me a $30 bid. Anybody bid at $30? Look a bid at $30 now. Anybody bid at $30? 30, 30, 30. Look a bid at 30. Now there's Andy with 40. Andy with 40. Andy 40. Look a bid at 41. 41, 41, 41. Anybody bid at 41? Look a bid at 41. Anybody bid at 41? Look a bid at 41. 41, 41. Anybody bid at 41? Look a bid at 41. So I could do that all day. How about 41? Anybody bid 41? At $40. $40 going once. Looking for a bid at 41. Restaurant auctions. They have horrible speaker systems in those things most of the time. We got Sissy now at 41. 41. Looking for a bid at 42. 42. 42. Looking for a bid at 42. Anybody bid at 42? Looking for a bid at 42. Now anybody bid at 42. My tongue is fine. I just got to keep my whistle wet. That's what my coffee does. Andy with 45 now. You guys could literally run this auction by yourselves. Andy at 45, looking for a bid at 46. I'm only here to fill in. Kind of like a president or a king or anything like that. It's basically just a figurehead to fill in, just to make you feel more comfortable about doing what you're doing. But you're doing all of it. You guys are doing all the work. All I'm doing is just kind of watching and saying what I see. There's Sissy at 46. Sissy's 46 now, looking for a bid at 47. 47, anybody bid at 47? 47 now, anybody bid at 47? 47, looking for a bid at 47. 47. We got it. Okay. Y'all go right on ahead. 46, looking for a bid at 47. I'll catch up to you eventually. Andy with a bid of 47 now. 47, looking for a bid of 48. 48, anybody bid of 48? Looking for a bid of 48. Now anybody bid of 48? Looking for a bid of 48. Now anybody bid of 48? Sissy's out. Andy's at 47. 47, looking for a bid of 48. Now anybody bid of 48? 47 going once. Looking for a bid of 48. Anybody bid of 48? Looking for a bid of 48. There's 50. Baseman at 50. 50 now. 55 is the next bid. 55. Anybody bid of 55? 55, looking for a bid of 55. How about a bid of 55? He pounced on that one just at the right time. Got that $50 bid in there where the next increment is $5 more. It would require an $8 push on Andy. That's a 60 Denver small day. 60D small day. It's that top right tube. 60D small date. Got a $50 bid out of baseman 64. $50 bid now, looking for a bid of 55. $50 going once, looking for a bid of 55. 55, anybody bid of 55? $50. $50 now going twice, looking for a bid of 55. 55, anybody bid of 55? Looking for a bid of 55. 55. Last chance at 55. Andy says he's out. Thank you. Sold to baseman at $50. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. Moving on to the next item. The next item is this. 25. 12 more rolls. We got 3 64Ps, a 64D, a 63P. There's a 60D up there. That's 1960D. 81D, 79. A couple of 81Ds, a couple of 79s, a 74. So I got a few rolls that are pretty good for varieties in here. 64P are very good for varieties generally. 80P, there's a chance of finding the really good double die obverse in there. 64Ds have a number of double dies also. 63, 60D. 60D is the largest number of RPMs in any issue of Lincoln Cent. I think there's 200 and something. I don't know. Start us off. $30. $30. Who wants to start my $30? $30 bid on this. Anybody bid at $30? Look a bid at $30 now. Anybody bid at $30? It's lot number 25. Box number 25. Otis at 33. Otis starts me at 33. Now looking for a bid of 34. 33. Looking for a bid of 34. 34. Anybody bid at 34? Looking for a bid of 34. 34 now, looking for a bid of 34. Otis at 33, looking for a bid of 34. 34. Anybody bid of 34? That was Baseman's first one lot. Baseman won that lot at $50. That's his very first one. I appreciate it, Baseman. Thank you very much for the bid. Now Steven at 35. Steven at 35. 35 now 36. 36. Anybody bid of 36? That's right. It's 221 and rising. We are continuing to move upward. I believe John Wexler has over 268. I think 270 or 271 listed. There's Paul Fitzgerald at 37. 37 now looking for a bid of 38. 38. Anybody bid of 38? 38 looking for a bid of 38. Now anybody bid of 38? Paul Fitzgerald at 37 looking for a bid of 38. Now 38. Anybody bid of 38? Looking for a bid of 38. How about a bid of 38? Anybody bid of 38? Looking for a bid of 38. Now anybody bid of 38? When you're in a fine slump, you look at 60D. That is smart because 60D is a very, very high yield issue. Otis is out now. Steven at 38. Steven at 38 now looking for a bid of 39. 39. Anybody bid of 39? Looking for a bid of 39. 39. Now anybody bid of 39? D tries 38. Looking for a bid of 39. Looking for 39 now. Anybody bid of 39? Looking for a bid of 39. 39. Anybody bid of 39? Steven at 38. Looking for a bid of 39. There's Paul, bid of 40. Paul bid of 40 now. Paul bid of 40. Looking for a bid of 41. 40 now, looking for a bid of 41. 41. Anybody bid of 41? Look a bid of 41. Anybody bid of 41? Steven is out. Paul at 40. Looking for a bid of 41. 41. Anybody bid of 41? D tries 39 now. Looking for a bid of 41. D, I think you might be lagging just a little bit. If you are, all you have to do is hit refresh. And we'll get you back to live. Make sure you got the live chat selected at the top. And make sure that you are up to current. We got Baseman at 42, then Paul at 45. D tries 42, then he tries 45, but he's just behind other people each time. You got Paul at 45, looking for a bit of 46 now. 46, anybody bid of 46, looking for a bit of 46? What year has the most double die obverse? Probably the most DDO and DDR listings together would be 1964, I think. For double die obverse alone, I'd still say 64, but for the better ones, it's definitely going to be 72. So we got Paul at 45, looking for a bid of 46. Anybody bid of 46? 45 now, going once, looking for a bid of 46. 46, anybody bid of 46? Looking for a bid of 46? 56D has a lot of double dies as well, but those are mostly eyelids. 46, anybody bid of 46? Got 45 going twice with Paul Fitzgerald, looking for a bid of 46. Last and final call, looking for a bid of 46. Anybody bid of 46? And I am sold Paul Fitzgerald, $45. 45 buys it. All right, next up, check this out. You have 4 70D rolls, a 72D roll, 280Ds, 281Ds, and 3 of the early 60s rolls. Likely, I think they're going to be 1964. Those are going to be, I think, 1964 Philadelphia. And so what we have here is 12 nice rolls. All of them are old wrappers. They've been wrapped for many, many years like this. This is number 26, box number 26. Going to start this off at a $25 bid. How about a $25 start on this? 25. Anybody bid at 25? 25. Get me a start at 25. Anybody bid at 25? 25. Andy comes in at $40. $40 now. 45. 41. 41. Anybody bid at 41? Looking for a bid of 41. How about a bid of 41? 41. Now anybody bid at 41? 41, 41, looking for a bid of 41. Now anybody bid of 41? Look a bid of 41. 41, anybody bid of 41? There's Crispy at 25, needs a bid of 41. Carl at 41, now 42. 42, looking for a bid of 42. 42, anybody bid of 42? Andy with a bid of 45. 45, now 46. 46, anybody bid of 46? Looking for a bid of 46. There's Crispy at 42, looking for a bid of 46 now. 46, anybody bid a 46, looking for a bid of 46. 46, anybody bid a 46, looking for a bid of 46. 50, there's 50. Crispy at 50 now, 55. 55, anybody bid a 55, looking for a bid of 55 now. 55, anybody bid a 55, looking for a bid of 55. 55, looking for a bid of 55 now, anybody bid a 55. 55, anybody bid a 55, looking for a bid of 55. 55, anybody bid a 55, looking for a bid of 55. Okay, I have a few of these, so let's do it this way. We're going to do a $40 bin. Okay, $40 bin on this to Andy, Crispy, Carl, and let's see, you guys are the only three who've bid on this so far. Andy, Crispy, and Carl. So if you want $40 bin on this, $40 bin. And then I have 2 empty spots. So I have 2 empty spots on this. Carl, Crispy, Andy says bin. Chris Hurley says bin. And now my last spot will go to Paul Fitzgerald. So I have a total of 5 of these at the $40 bin. And they are all gone now. Carl, Crispy, Andy, Chris, and Paul. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, folks. And let me move on to my next item. My next item is lot number 27. Box 27, we're going to have a couple of 81Ds and 80, that's 80 Philadelphia, 70 San Francisco, 70S. Got a 59 Philadelphia, a couple of 74s, a 65, 62D, 61D. Got a bunch of nice ones. Let's start this one off at 25. How about a bit of 25? Anybody bid of 25? Looking for a bit of 25? 25 now, looking for a bit of 25. Anybody bid of 25? Got Ant at 30. Ant at 30 now, looking for a bit of 31. 31, anybody bid of 31? Looking for a bit of 31. Hello, Chris Hurley. How you doing, sir? There's 35. Tim Morello, 35 now, looking for a bit of 36. 36 now, anybody bid of 36? Looking for a bit of 36 now, anybody bid of 36? Looking for $36. 36, anybody bid of 36? There's D with 35. Trying 36 now. Try 36, need a bit of 36. Looking for a bit of 36 now, anybody bid of 36? Here we have Ant at 37. Ant's 37. Now looking for a bit of 38. 38. How about a bit of 38? Anybody bid of 38? $38. 38. Anybody bid of 38? There's Andy at 40. Andy at 40 now. Looking for a bit of 41. 41. Anybody bid of 41? Look a bit of 41. Anybody bid of 41? 41. How about a bit of 41? Anybody bid of 41? Look a bit of 41. Anybody bid of 41? Got $40. $40. Looking for a bit of 41. Hello, TT. Thomas is in the house. A $45 bid now. 45 of Thomas at 45. Looking for a bit of 46. How about a bit of 46? Anybody bid of 46? There's Kelly Ray's 44. Got Tom Thomas at 45. Looking for a bit of 46 now. 46. Anybody bid of 46? Looking for a bit of 46 now. Anybody bid of 46? I do want to let everybody know while you're all here and together that we will not be having a regular scheduled auction on Tuesday. No auction on Tuesday. We will skip until next Sunday for our next auction. I will be running the remainder of the reveals that need to be put together for this coming week. We will finish up all of the reveals that need to be finished. I may have a couple of reveal sales unannounced. Thomas now at 48. Looking for a bit of 49. 49 now. Anybody bid of 49? Looking for a bit of 49. How about a bit of 49? 49. Anybody bid of 49? Kelly Ray at 49 now. 50. Now 50. Looking for a bit of 50 now. Anybody bid of 50? Looking for a $50 bid. 50. Anybody bid of 50? Looking for a $50 bid. 50. Anybody bid of 50? Looking for a bit of 50 now. Anybody bid of 50? All right, there's Baseman at 50. Baseman at 50 now, 55. 55, looking for a $55 bid. 55, anybody bid of 55? 55 now, looking for 55. Baseman at 50, looking for a bit of 55. 55, anybody bid of 55? 55. Anybody bid of 55? 55, anybody bid of 55? Looking for a bit of 55. Now anybody bid of 55? Here's Kelly Ray at 55. 55 now 60. Now 60. Anybody bid of 60? Looking for a bit of 60. How about a bit of 60? Anybody bid of 60? TT is out. Kelly Ray at 55. Going once. Looking for a bid of 60. How about a bid of 60? Anybody bid of 60? Looking for a bid of 60 now. How about a bid of 60? Anybody bid of 60? At 55 going twice now. Looking for a bid of 69. Anybody bid of 60? All right, we're sold to Kelly Ray. Sold to Kelly Ray at 55. Thank you, Kelly Ray. Much appreciated. We have one more box lot like this left to go, and I don't have it photographed for some reason. Let me see if I can get it tossed in here, if I even have it. I'm not sure that I even had one. I thought maybe I did. Let's see. No, we're going to skip that last lot because I don't even know that I actually have one. I might have just gotten a little stumpy on the gun throwing numbers up there and didn't get a 28 ever built. So let's just do a zeros on it and move on. What we are moving on to is dun, 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 the empty desk. That's right. The empty desk comes up. The empty box comes up. Actually, no, the first thing that we're going to do. How do you guys like Buffalo Nickels? I've got some Buffalo Nickel books here. I got 4 of them. They're going to go as one lot. All 4 books, one lot. And they are all partially filled with, sometimes better than others, Buffalo Nickels. They're all partially filled. Start this lot off at $30. How about a $30 start on this? There's a 1917, 27, 26. There's one falling out. I mean, what date it is. I think it's a 20. It looks like a 24. A 24 something. I'll stick it in the 24S slot. Is that an S? Well, it does have a mint mark, so it's either a 24S or a 24D. So there's Kelly at 40. Crispy at 50. $50 now. 50. Looking for a $55 bid. 55. Anybody bid a 55. There's another one that's partially filled. And then there's this one that's partially filled. That says bid of $125 on it, but I don't know that it has everything that it did have when it had the $125 bid written on it. But let's see what is in here that's of good. I see there's a 13 type 1 in here. Not much else. I wouldn't say that's probably not worth that much money. So let's forget the bid 125 on this. But all 4 of these go together. All 4 of these go at the same time to the same bidder. High bidder, Sissy, is at $60 now. Looking for a bid of 65. 65, itty bitty bid of 65. Looking for 65, itty bitty bid of 65. Look a bid of 65 now. Kelly Michaud at 65. 65 now, $70. 70, anybody bid of $70? Looking for a bid of $70 now. Anybody bid of $70? Looking for a bid of $70. How about a 70? Anybody bid of 70? Look a bid of 70 now. Anybody bid of 70? Timothy Morrell loves nickels, but he's not bidding. Come on, Tim. Kelly Ray now 70. Kelly Ray now 70. Look at a bit of 75. 75. Anybody bid of 75? Look at a bit of 75. 75. Look at a bit of 75. Now a bit of 75. $70 now. Going once. Looking for a bit of 75. 75. Anybody bid of 75? Look at a bit of 75. $75 going twice now. $70 going twice. Looking for a bit of 75. Anybody bid of 75? Looking for a bit of 75. 75. Looking for a bit of 75. Last and final call at 70. Looking for a bit of 75. And we're sold to Kelly Ray. Sold to Kelly Ray $70. I appreciate it, Kelly. Thank you very much. Now here's something you guys will think is cool. I got the same thing, only these are book 1 Lincoln Cent folders. Book 1 Lincoln Cent folders, 1909 to 1940. Now these are a little less partially filled, but you can see that most of the later dates are in there. Okay, There's one. We're going to start this at $40. It's $10 a book on average. Some of these are more filled than others. You can see this one's got pretty decent filling. There's an 11D and there's a 13D, a 15S. So there's some of the better dates are in here. There's a 21S, a 23S. No, there's not a 23S in there. There's a 24S, a 25S. Okay. So I'm going to start this off at $40. It's $10 a book average. Here's the next one. See, there's a 1909 in there. With everything that I've given you, there's over $40 just in the 3 books. So here's the 4th one. That one has an 09. There's a 13, a 15, an 18, 18D. There's a 19S. There's a 21S. 23. Crispy gives me a $40 bid. 40 now, looking for 41. 41, anybody bid at 41. The 1937 in this one is uncirculated. 1937S. Nice 1937S. Robert Wookich gives me a $40 bid. 40. Looking for a bid of 41. Need a bid of 41. Looking for a bid of 41 on these 4 books. Looking for a bid of 41. D. Johnson at 45. Paul tries 42. Looking for a bid of 40, 46 now. 46. Looking for a bid of 46. Got these 4 books. Got Robert Wookich at a bid of 46. 46 now. Looking for a bid of 47. 47. Anybody bid of 47. Look a bid of 47. 47. Now anybody bid of 47. The 1912 and 14D and 14S, they're not in these books, Kelly Ray. You have to find those. Yeah, those are the ones that cost a lot of money. 46, now we're looking for a bid of 47. How about this? How about if we do it this way? Tim, no, I don't have a 46 09S that I'm going to be able to trade right now. I appreciate it, though. I just can't do it. There's Sissy at 50. Sissy at 50 now, look for a bid of 55. 55, itty bitty bid of 55. D. Johnson tries 49. Got a current bid of 50, look for a bid of 55. 55, how about a bid of 55? Itty bitty bid of 55. Looking for a bid of 55. Now, itty bitty bid of 55. Looking for a bid of 55. Itty bitty bid of 55. Let's just do it this way. Let's do it this way. We're going to do a stop bidding. I'll tell you what I've done. I've got this stack, which is my first stack. Then I've got this stack. This is my second stack. And I've got just as many partially filled albums here. There's 4 partially filled albums that have, oh, who knows what all is here. This has got 4 of them as well. In some cases, the books aren't in very good shape, but the coins inside are fine. This one's kind of stuck together there. Here we go. We're after the coins here a lot more than we're after the books. These books are kind of fried. So here's what we'll do. I'll offer these at a $40 bin for the first 6 people who come up. I want my top bidders first. So Sissy is first, and then Robert Wookich, and then Paul Hampton. And then let's see who's after Paul. D. Johnson. Crispy. There's 5 of them right there. Should give you a chance to bin 1 stack. Each of you can bin 1 at $40. Okay, so I've got, let's see, Sissy, Robert Wookich, Paul Hampton, D. Johnson, and Crispy Mofo. I've already gotten back from Robert Wookich, Crispy Mofo, and Sissy. I'm looking for D. Johnson. I'm looking for Paul Hampton. Let me know if you guys want one of these stacks. There's Paul Hampton. How about a D. Johnson? Anybody but a D. Johnson? Looking for D? D. That's a $10 per book average. Okay. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of these. Got that, Robert. Thank you. I got 6 stacks of these. 6 stacks. Got 5 and 6 still available. Okay, D. Johnson says he'll hold off. I got 2 stacks left. 2 left. Anybody who wants them, bin them right now. Let me know. $40. Anybody who wants them. We've got 2 stacks remaining. Stonecutter says he'll take one. Who else do I have? Anybody else take a stack of 4 of these Lincoln Cent books? $10 per book. $40 a stack. Partially filled with coins. I'm sure you're going to find at least $40 worth of coins in these. And then you get the books for nothing. No more? Okay, got 5 out of 6 sold. I'll pick the 5 best out of the 6. Oh, Techstar says he'll take it. Thank you, Techstar. Techstar takes the last one. Now, here we have the number 2 books. These number 2 books, most of them are mostly filled, mostly with decent coins. I say mostly filled because there might be a few spots here and there that are empty. Let's see, this one's filled all the way up to the 3rd page. Okay. I'm going to start these at $20 for 4 books. 4 books at $20. That's going to be $5 per book. There's Ant at 20. 20, now looking for a bid of 21. 21, anybody bid of 21? $21 now, anybody bid of 21? There's Paul at 21. Paul Hampton at 21, now looking for a bid of 22. These 4 books go as one lot. 4 books as one lot. It just so happens that all 4 of these books are from different printings. I didn't even notice that before. Yeah, some of these say collection starting 1941. Some say 1941 to 1974. Some of them have numbers up here in the corner and some don't. Some of them have the Whitman logo on them with the picture of a penny and some don't. And then some of them say Whitman right here in the center in the bottom and some don't. They made these from, I'm going to say roughly 1960 up through about 1979, 1980, like this. And so there's a number of different printings, a number of different styles. These go up to, if you fill them all the way up PDS, they go up to about 1974. But what happens is, see, this one was printed in 1971 because 1971 is the last printed year in here. And then there's other ones that don't go up that high in printed years. See, this one just goes up to 1964. And I don't think there's a 70S small date in any of these, although that is a possibility. I haven't checked them, so I don't know. This one is only printed to 1959. This says it has a 60D small and a 60 plain small. I will check this one just to see. Their 1960 plain small date is a large date. So it is not a 60 plain small date. That happens a lot more often than you would think. And then this one is printed up to 1957. Only printed up to 1957. Start in 1958, it wasn't printed. So these are all different printings of the Whitman Blue Penny Folder number 2. From 1957 up through 1973. Now, that just happens to be the case here. I didn't pick them out for that reason. But we've got a $25 bid from Sissy Atwell. 25 now, looking for a bid of 26. 26, anybody bid of 26? Looking for a bid of 26. How about a bid of 26 now? Anybody bid of 26? Got 25 going once, looking for a bid of 26. How about a bid of 26? Anybody bid of 26? At 25 going twice now, looking for a bid of 26. 26, anybody bid of 26? Last and final call at 25. Looking for a bid of 26. Anybody bid of 26? All right, we're sold to Sissy at 25. I tell you what, Sissy, I'll let you take it at $20. And I'll let Paul and Ant decide whether they want to stack at $20, as I do have the 3. I have 3 total stacks of 4 right now at $20 per stack. So that's for Sissy, Ant, and Paul. Ant takes one. Sissy's getting hers at 20. Paul, what about you? You want to take it at $20? Paul says okay. Yeah, okay. Still hanging around. All right, there we go. I appreciate it, guys. And lady. All right. Let's see here. There's Donald Hutton. Donald Hutton is another new family member of ours. All right, here we go. The moment many of you have been waiting for. We're going to move on to the mystery box now. Here is the mystery box. Go ahead and start bidding. Start me off at $1. I got a box full of rolls here for you. Start me off at $1. $1 start. Here's a 1962D. Here's Ant at 30. I don't know what this one is. I don't know. I can't read it. I don't have my glasses with me. Hang on. Oh, there they are. Hang on. Sometimes it helps when you have glasses on. Here's a 74D original bank wrapped roll. Full bank wrapped. It's 1974D. There. Just trying to get this where I can see what's going on too. 1959D. 1959D. Here's a 59D. Really good rolls in here so far. Here's a 74D. This has got a lot of early stuff. Here's 1963. 1963 Philadelphia. This one is a 1973 Philadelphia. It's a Fed Reserve Bank of Cleveland. Here's another Fed Reserve Bank of Cleveland. This one is 1962D, I believe. 1962D. Crispy's up to $40 now. Here's another one, Pittsburgh branch. Here's a 1974. Here is, I don't know what that says, but it's a Batdorf roll. So it's a Batdorf roll. It's got a 68, it looks like, on the end. It's another Batdorf roll. This one's busted on the end, but it's been taped back shut. But the coins have not been out of it because you cannot remove coins from a Batdorf roll and put them back in. It's too tight. Here is a 1974 Philadelphia roll. Timothy Morell is up to $70 now. 70, looking for a bid of 75, 75, a bit of 75. Let's see, here's a 1967 original roll. Here's a 1970D. This one's a 67 original Batdorf roll. Another 1970D. Here's another 1967. This one has been torn a little bit. So this one, gently handle, please. Let's see. Here is another 1967. 70D. There's another 70D. I got 5 rolls left. 4 of which are 1970D. A lot of 70Ds to look at here. And this one says mixed memorial on it. I don't know what's in there, but it says it's mixed memorial. The top coin is a 76D. So we got Kelly at 75. Kelly at 75. Timothy at 80. Timothy at 80. Looking for a bit of 85. Now 85. 80 bit of 85. 85. Looking for a bit of 85. 80 bit of 85. $80 going once. Looking for a bit of 85. 80 bit of 85. Look a bit of 85. 90 bit of 85. How many rolls? I know you'd want me to do this. So here is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12. 17. There's 20. 25. 27. 27 total. 27 total rolls. There's Crispy at 85. Crispy at 85. Now looking for a bid of 90. 90 now. Anybody bid of 90? Looking for a bid of 90. How about a bid of 90? Anybody bid of 90? 85. Looking for a bid of 90. How about a bid of 90? Anybody bid of 90? 85 going once. Now looking for a bid of 90. Anybody bid of 90? 85 now going twice. Looking for a bid of 90. 90. Anybody bid of 90? Look at a bid of 90 now. Anybody bid of 90? There's 90. Tim Morrell at 90. 90 now, 95. 95, 95. Anybody bid of 95? 95. Anybody bid of 95? Kelly, you're moving to Alabama? There's Timothy at 90, looking for 95, 95. Anybody bid of 95? I've been to Troy, Alabama before. Headed up to Mobile. It's actually when I was running from the hurricane, I went up that way. 90 Tim at 90 going once, looking for a bid of 95. How about a bid of 95? Anybody bid of 95? 95, anybody bid of 95? I should add another 3 rolls to make it an even 30. Yeah, I don't have another 3 rolls right now. Nope, no silver pen. No silver pen. It's going to sneak up on you guys. Sold. Tim Morrell, $90. I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you very much. Guess what this means? Another box, right? 1965. Get me started, folks. 1965. Here's a 1963 roll. This is Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis. 1963. Andy starts me off at $1. Now looking for a $2 bid. There's Kelly at 25. Here's 67. There's a 2010 D. This says 1970 D uncirculated from bankroll. So it says from a bankroll. Interesting, it did have 70S stickers on it, and they changed it to a 70D. That's what it says anyway. Sissy gives me a $70 bid now. You got a 60D roll in here. 76D. Here's a 1967 Verge Marshall roll. 1961. 1973D with a milky tube. You don't see these milky coin tubes anymore. They're pretty scarce. There's 75. 76D. Let's just see Atwell at $70 now, looking for 75. Here's a 1959. Here's a 1963D. 1960D small date. 1975. All right, thanks, Eric. 1975D. What's this? 1974D. This is Little Rock. Yeah, Little Rock branch. Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis. Here's another one. Little Rock branch. 2012 Philadelphia. Sissy still at 70. Looking for a bit of 75. Here's 81 Philly. And then this is a bunch more rolls. Looks like they all came from about the same place at about the same time. These look like they're 82D. Yeah, 81, 82D. It looks like they're 82D large date coppers. Here's, 5 of those. There's Carl at 75. 75 now, looking for an $80 bid. 80, anybody bid of 80? Here is this just says 1960. This is an old Verge Marshall 1960 roll. 1962. And got 3 rolls left. And this one isn't marked as to date or mint. It looks like it might say 77D. I think 77D. Here's an 88D roll. 88D. And here's a 75 Philadelphia. So that's what we've got there. It's over 30 rolls. I don't know the quantity. So Paul will know that there's at least 30 rolls in this box. There's 6, 9, there's 10, 15, there's 20, let's see, 25, there's exactly 30 rolls. 30 rolls in this one. Crispy's at $80, now Carl at $85. 30 rolls, now $85, 85, looking for a bid of 90. Looking for a bid of 90 now, a bit of 90. That many rolls, that's what I feel like I've been through here, Paul. I'm telling you, I've probably been through that many since I started all this. Kelly at 90 now, looking for a bit of 95, 95, a bit of 95. There's Carl at 95, Carl at 95, now 100, anybody bit of 100. Looking for a bit of 100, how about a bit of 100, anybody bit of 100, look a bit of 100 now, a bit of 100. Got Carl at 95, there's Kelly at 110. Kelly at 110 now 120, anybody bit of 120. Looking for a bit of 120 now, a bit of 120, look a bit of 120 now, a bit of 120. Got 110, Kelly looking for a bit of 120. 120 now, anybody bit of 120. Carl at 120, Carl at 120 now, 130, anybody bit of 130. Looking for a bit of 130 now, anybody bit of 130. 120, looking for a bit of 130. 130 now, anybody bit of 130, look a bit of 130 now, anybody bit of 130. 120 going once, looking for a bit of 130. Anybody bit of 130, look a bit of 130 now, anybody bit of 130. 120 going twice now, looking for a bit of 130. 130 now, anybody bit of 130, looking for a bit of 130. Anybody bit of 130. Last and final call for 130. Sold to Carl at 120 now. Sold to Carl, 120. I appreciate it, Carl. Thank you very much, sir. Filling these out on my own here. Here we go. Have your head on a swivel for this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit different. This is a mystery box, but it doesn't have any rolls. What does it have then, Chuck? You might ask. How about a bag full of mint set pieces? Mint set pieces of nickels, mint set pieces of pennies. Might even be a dime or two in here, who knows? But a bag full of mint set pieces. Now, that's part of a box. Well, what else comes in a box, Chuck, you might ask? Well, here is another bag full. This one's mostly nickels. There's some pennies in this one too. So this one appears to be pretty much all nickels, and there's a couple of capsules with nickels. Proof nickels. We're going to say mostly 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. I don't know exactly. I mean, there's a 1980 proof. There's a 1993, 1957. So there's a lot of different years here. Kelly's got a 25 start on it. 25 looking for a $30 bid. 25 looking for a $30 bid. How about a $30 bid? Anybody bid a $30? Deanne with a $30 bid. Now 35. 35. Anybody bid a 35? Ant at 31. Malcolm 31. Kelly bids 40. How about if I throw another bag of it in there? Got another bag full of mint set pieces. There are probably, I'm going to say 150 to 200 coins in this. All mint set pieces. Mint set and proof set coins. There's another proof coin. What year is this one? I don't know. I can't see it very well. Let's see. 1961. There's a 61 proof. There's a 73 proof. There's a bunch of different proofs and mint set coins in here. There's P-mint and D-mint little tokens. All kinds of stuff in here. Here's Kelly Ray at 70. 70 now. 75. 75. A bit of 75. 75. Looking for a bit of 75. How about a bit of 75? 75, 90. But a bit of 75. Here, I'll get these. I'll lay them out flat while you guys bid so you can see a little better what's there. A big selection in that bag. There's a lot of them in there. This one has, I'm going to say probably 20, 15 or 20. And then this one has, well, this one's opened. Kelly Ray at 85 now. 85, looking for a bit of 90 now. 90, anybody a bit of 90. There. Now that bag is closed too. And I got all these bags closed. I'm going to air pocket seal these. So they're not going to be in the same bags when you get them. They're going to be in air pocket bags. Sealed up that way. Got Kelly at 100 now. Kelly Michaud at $100. $100 now, looking for a bit of 110. Kelly Ray at 110. Kelly Ray at 110 now. 120, 120. Anybody a bit of 120? Look at a bit of 120. Now a bit of 120. 110, looking for a bit of 120. How about a bit of 120? Anybody a bit of 120? Look at a bit of 120 now. A bit of 120. 120 now. Looking for a bit of 120. Anybody a bit of 120? Kelly at 120. Kelly Michaud at 120. I got two Kellys in here. I got Kelly Ray and Kelly Michaud. Kelly Ray at 110. Kelly Michaud at 120. Michaud at 120. Look for a bit of 130. 130. Anybody a bit of 130? Look for a bit of 130. Anybody a bit of 130? Look at a bit of 130 now. A bit of 130. I got 120 going once. Looking for a bit of 130. Got a bit of 130 now. Looking for a bit of 140. 140 and looking for a bit of 140 now. A bit of 140. Look at a bit of 140. I don't even know what this weighs, but I'm going to bet we're upwards of 5 or 6 pounds right here. 5 or 6 pounds at least. Kelly at 140. That would be Kelly Michaud at 140. Kelly Michaud at 140. Looking for a bit of 150. 150 now. A bit of 150. Look a bit of 150. 140. Looking for a bit of 150. 140 going once, looking for a bit of 150. There's a bit of 150. Got a bit of 150. Kelly Ray, 150. Now looking for a bit of 160. 160. Anybody a bit of 160? Looking for a bit of 160 now. A bit of 160. Look a bit of 160 now. A bit of 160. $150 going once, looking for a bit of 160. 160 now. A bit of 160. Kelly says he's out. Kelly says she's in. Yes, Doug, it is 2 days. We still have plenty of these boxes left to go. Hello, Mick. Mick or Mike? I'm thinking Mick. Otherwise, it would be M-I-K-E. Kelly Ray, 150 going twice. Looking for a bit of 160. 160. Anybody a bit of 160? Last and final call at 150. Sold to Kelly Ray, 150. Thank you, Kelly Ray. There is that. You guys don't have any idea how heavy 1,500 rolls of pennies is. There's a lot. A lot of weight. Mick, you'll have to register with us to bid. You will have to register with us at Coppercoins Payments. All I need is your username here, Mick Berwin, your real name, and your PayPal email address sent to that registration email. That's all I need. No money. All right. So we've already got Ant with a $30 bid, Sissy with a $40 bid, and they haven't seen a single one of the rolls. Here's a mixed memorial roll. I don't know what's in it. I have no idea. This is a 1964 Philadelphia. Another 1964 Philadelphia. Now, get all these Indiana Bank rolls here. I've got some Indiana Bank. These Indiana Bank rolls are 1981 Philadelphia. 1981 Philadelphia. All original bank wrap rolls. Let's see, what does this one say? Dot 1965 over N. This was back when people were trying to figure out the difference between 65 Philly, Denver, and San Francisco coins. They thought they'd be able to tell the difference just by looking at some part of the design. Like there was some sort of a secret key to telling what mint the coins came from. Well, we know that wasn't true. But back then, they were trying to figure it out. Well, if you get an extra big dot next to the S, then that is a Denver coin. Nope, not true. But they tried it. And that's why it says dot 1965 over N. But there's that. Here's another Titanic wrapped tube. This one is completely water sound proof and anything else proof. This is a 1960, what's this, 63D? Nope, 63 plain. 63 plain roll. Here's another one that's been wrapped to sail in the ocean for a while. This is 1969D. 1969D. Thank you, Mick. We got Sissy's $40 bid, looking for more than 40. Anybody bid a 41? Looking for a bid of 41. Anybody bid a 41? Look a bid of 41. Not a bid of 41. Here's a 71S. What's this? 80 Philadelphia. 81 Philadelphia. Here is 68 Philadelphia. 73D. And let's get a count on this. Somebody's going to want to know, Andy, how many there are. There's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 so far. Roll 17 is a 73D. This one's been busted open. I might have to put it in a new wrapper for you. Or just tape it together or something. I thought I had some tape up here. Looking. I do have. I could sign it for you too, but that won't do any good. It's not one of my wrappers. I didn't design the wrapper. Here we go. Watch this professional repair job. That's right, folks. Wrapper repair. Let's see. We've got Stephen A. gave me a bit of 60. Let's see. Here's a 75D roll. Here's a 2010 D roll. Let's see. What's this? 1960 D small date. It's a full roll of 60D small date as it would appear. What? You can't tell me that's true. No way. No. It's just a small date on the end. It might be the small over large again. Let's see. I don't even know what this is. Let's see. This is 1982 D large date zinc. 1982 D large date zinc. Here's a Marshall roll, 1968 Philadelphia. Here's a 81. I didn't keep track of how many rolls. 73D. I guess if that's important, you can count it as you go along. Here's a 71D. What's this? 1959 Philadelphia. 59 Philadelphia. 75 Philadelphia. I've got 5 rolls left. 75 Philadelphia. See, there's, what's this one? Well, it says August 13, 1968 for $3.04. It's a 1968S bought off Woodrose, August 13, 1968 for $3.04. National City Bank of Cleveland. This is interesting. Perhaps also because this roll was written on right here 12 days after I was born. Let's see. 1981D. Here's a, what is this? Appears to be a 1971S. 1971S. And our last 2 rolls is 1963 Philadelphia and 1975 Philadelphia. So we have a pretty large selection of rolls here. This is mystery box number 12. Got Carl at $80. $80 now, looking for an $85 bid. 85, anybody bid of 85? 85, looking for a bit of 85, 85, anybody bid of 85, look a bit of 85, got $80 going once, looking for a bit of 85, anybody bid of 85. $80 going twice now, looking for a bit of 85, how about a bit of 85, anybody bid of 85, look a bit of 85, 85, anybody bid of 85. I'm sold to Carl at $80. Sold to Carl, $80. I appreciate it. Box number 13. Box number 13. Well, here is... Man, this one's not going to stay shut. Starts with a 1960 on the top. It's a mixed... says mixed memorials. Mixed memorial roll. Mixed starts me off with a $1 bid. Ant comes in at 12. Ant at 12. Here's a 64 plane. 2016D. 1980. 1961D. Or is that a 62D? 61D. 1961D. What else we have? 1960D. 1979D. 1981D. 1961D. This is one of those old double end cap tubes. 2016D. And this one is 1974D. This one is a 1974 plain small date. Small date roll. Got Deanna at 25 now. Here's 1980D and another. 1979D. 1962D. Let's see. Here's a 72S. 2016D. A few of those sprinkled in here. There's another 1960D, a large date. 79D. 80D. Oops. An 80D. Almost busted my keyboard with that one. 80D. Here's a 1961 plain. What does this say on it? 2010p Union cents. It's got Kelly at 35. Kelly at 35. Now Deanne at 40. $40 bid now. Looking for a bid of 45. How about a bid of 45? A bid of 45. There's 1960 Philadelphia. This one's been in here for a long time. Another 1960 Philadelphia. This one looks like it could... This one is 1960D. 1980 Philadelphia. What's this? 1970... 1972D. 1972D. Louisville branch of the Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis. I got 4 more rolls for you in this one. Wachovia Bank and Trust Company. N.A. This is wheat cents. Mixed wheat cents. I've never seen inside this roll. I have no idea what's in there. Here's a 1979D. Here's a 1973D. And last but not least, another roll of 2010 Philadelphia. There we go. The total batch. Kelly Michaud now at $70. Looking for a bid of 75. 75. Crispy at 75 now. 80. Looking for an $80 bid. 80. Anybody bid of 80? Look a bid of 80 now. Anybody bid of 80? Looking for an $80 bid. 80. Anybody bid of $80? Looking for $80. Carl at 80. 80 now. 85. Carl at 80 now. 85. 85. 85. Anybody bid of 85? Look a bid of 85. Anybody bid of 85? 85. 85. At Carl at $80. Kelly at 90 now. Kelly at 90. Kelly Michaud, $90. 90 now. 95. 95. Anybody bid of 95? I do have lots of pennies, Paul. It's an illness. I've had that illness for about 45 years now. So I've been doing this for just a little while. Carl with a bid of 95 now. 95 now. 100. 100. Anybody bid of 100? Look a bid of 100 now. Anybody bid of 100? 95. Look a bit of 100 now. Anybody bid of 100? The interesting thing is that each time I do one of these huge sales like this, it barely puts a dent in what I've got. Here's Kelly at 100 now. 110. Got a bid of 100 now in $10 increments. Looking for a bid of 110. 110 now. Anybody bid of 110? Looking for a bid of 110. 110. Anybody bid of 110? Looking for a bid of 110 now. Anybody bid of 110? It is contagious. It is. Although it doesn't seem to be contagious to spouses. It's really weird. You sleep in the same bed with somebody for, 15 years? And they never seem to have any interest in coins. It's really weird. Carl, 110. Carl, 110. Look for a bit of 120 now. 120. Anybody bid of 120? Look a bit of 120. How about a bit of 120? Anybody bid of 120? Like for somebody to be able to answer to me why it is that my wife never caught this from me. Your wife has her supportive moments. Well, some of us do. Yeah. You have a DDO mask? Is it a mask to keep you from catching DDOs? I want to catch all I can get. So, bring them on. Oh, Kelly Ray has the disease. And you live in a place where there's not really any rocks. You move up to Alabama, you're going to be keeping a ton of rocks. You'll have more in your house than you will outside. 110 Carl, looking for a bit of 120, going once. 110 Carl, going twice now, looking for a bit of 120. Anybody bit of 120? Looking for a bit of 120. How about a bit of 120? A bit of 120? Last and final call for 120. Sold to Carl, 110. All right, here we go. That was box 13. Now we got box number 14. Going to fill this up with, here's 1977. What are these anyway? It's Commercial Bank of Kansas City. I think these are 82s. Yeah. Nope, 80. 1980D. You never know how many of these might just have that 80D over S in them. There's 80D, 80D, 80D. There's a few of them in here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So that's 6 rolls altogether now. 6 rolls altogether. Here's another 80D. 7. There's a 74. That's 8. It's another 80D. It's 9. 9 rolls. And it has a $12 bid on this right now. 1963. 1970. So that was 9. That's 10 rolls, right? Yep, 10 rolls. Here's a 1970. That's 11 rolls. 1963. This is a 63D. 63D. That's 12 rolls. 61 makes 13. 77 makes 14. 76 makes 15. That's 15 rolls. And we got some shield rolls. These are all 2016D again. I think I have a box of those I've been working through. So that makes a total of 20. 20. Oh, here's another one. That's 21. Another 76. It's 22 rolls. Crispy Mofo up to $30. Here's roll 22. Is that 22? 59D. Here's a 67P, 63D, 61D, 64D, 62 Philadelphia, 77 Philadelphia, 81 Denver, and the last roll in here is an 81 Philadelphia. 81 Philly. We got Kelly Michaud at $40. $40, barely $1 a roll. I think we've got close to 30 rolls in this box. Got $40, $40 bid now, looking for 41. There's 42, Crispy Mofo looking for a bid of 43. Now 43, a bid of 43. 43, look a bid of 43. There's Kelly at 45. 45 now 46. 46, anybody bid of 46. Looking for 46 now at 46. Anybody bid of 46, looking for a bid of 46. Anybody bid of 46. 46, looking for a bid of 46. Now anybody bid of 46. There's Stephen A at 47. 47, now Carl at 50. Looking for a bid of 55. 55, anybody bid of 55. 55, looking for a bid of 55. Now anybody bid of 55. 55, anybody bid of 55. There's Kelly at 60. Kelly at 60 now, looking for a bid of 65. 65, looking for a bid of 65. Now 65, anybody bid of 65. 65, anybody bid of 65. 65 now, looking for a bit of 65, 65. Crispy at a bit of 65 now, 70, 70. Looking for a bit of 70 now, a bit of 70, look a bit of 70 now, a bit of 70. $70, looking for a bit of $70 now, a bit of $70, look a bit of 70 now, a bit of 70, 70, 70, look for a bit of 70. 70 now, a bit of 70, look a bit of 70 now, a bit of 70. There's 75. 75, Kelly at 75 now, looking for a bit of 80. Looking for a bit of 80 now, a bit of 80, look a bit of 80 now, a bit of 80. $80, looking for a bit of $80 now, a bit of $80, 80, and a bit of 80. Looking for a bit of 80 now, a bit of 80, look a bit of 80 now, a bit of 80. 75, going once, looking for a bit of 80 now, a bit of 80. There's 75 going twice now, looking for a bit of 80, and a bit of 80, look a bit of 80 now, a bit of 80. Last and final call, looking for a bit of 80. There's Crispy at 80. 80 now, 85, 85, 85, 80, bit of 85, look a bit of 85, 85, 85. There's Kelly at 90. Kelly at 90 now, looking for 95, 95, 95, 80 bit of 95, 95, 80 bit of 95, 95. 80 bit of 95, looking for a bit of 95, 95 now, 80 bit of 95, look a bit of 95, 95, 80 bit of 95, look a bit of 95, 95. No bit of 95, $90 going once, looking for a bit of 95. No bit of 95, there's 90 going twice, looking for a bit of 95, 95, 80 bit of 95. Last and final call, $90 looking for 95. Sold to Kelly at 90. Go ahead, Hidden. What's your question, buddy? As far as I know, she's not hidden. Not going to happen again. That's the answer to that. All right, here we go. Next up. Next box. Start me at $1, folks. Here is a 1960s original roll from the Philadelphia Bank. It's got a bit of 12 in. There's a 1963 Philadelphia, 1960 Philadelphia, 1959, another 1959, another 1960, another 1960, another 1960. If you like 59 and 60, this is it. Here's another 59. And then there's another 1, 2... See, these are 1962 rolls, 1962 original bank wrap rolls. Here is another 1962 original bank wrap roll. This one's had a silverfish issue. Silverfish has gotten in there and eaten the paper. They were stored for many, many, many years, so that can kind of be expected sometimes. Got Kelly at 25 now, looking for a bit of 26. 26, anybody bit of 26? Here's a 61D. 61D. Uncirculated roll. 1959 again. 1981 Philadelphia. Verge Marshall roll. Here's another 81P. And another 2 of them. Along with another one. There's a few 81Ps in there now. Deanne at 35. 68D. 64 Philadelphia, 71D, 62D, let's see, we got who's high now? Carl at 37. Carl at 37, looking for a $38 bid. Here's another 64D roll, another 62D roll. Another 61D. 61D wrapped a long time ago. Here's a 73D. 1968D again. And a 1966. 1966 roll. That's it for this box. For this box now we have a $42 bid. Now 43. Round up 43. Looking for a bid of 44. 44. Anybody bid of 44? Looking for a bid of 44. Got Crispy at a bid of 45. Crispy at a bit of 45 now, 46, 46. Anybody bid of 46? Look a bit of 46. How about a bit of 46? 45, looking for a bid of 46. 46, anybody bid of 46. 46, anybody bid of 46. There's Rhonda at 46. Carl at 49. 49 now, looking for a bid of 50. 50, anybody bid of 50. Looking for a bid of 50. How about a bid of 50? Anybody bid of 50? D. Johnson back at 60. D is serious here. D back at $60. $60, looking for a bid of 65. Carl at 65. 65 now, 70. 70, anybody bid of 70. Looking for a bid of 79. Anybody bid of 70. Look a bit of 79, a bit of 70, look a bit of 79, a bit of 70. Can I be a part of the meeting? I have problems too. Or maybe this is the meeting for problems. You have problems, you don't have enough pennies. Now I get you enough pennies, you don't have problems. That's the way that works. Carl at 65, looking for a bit of 70, 70, anybody bit of 70. Looking for a bit of 79, a bit of 70. $70, 70, anybody bit of 70, look a bit of 79, a bit of 70. 65, going once, looking for a bit of 70. How about a bit of 70, a bit of 70, look a bit of 79, a bit of 70. Paul Hampton, everybody in Florida collects rocks because there aren't very many of them there. Everything there is shells and sand. 65, going twice now to Carl, looking for a bit of 70. Anybody bit of 70, looking for a bit of 70. There's D. Johnson at 70. D. Johnson at 70, 70 now, looking for a bit of 75, 75, anybody bit of 75, look a bit of 75, 75. Then when you're out of new pennies to look at, then it's a whole new problem. That's correct. Looking for a bit of 75 now, 75, D. Johnson at 70, looking for a bit of 75, 75, anybody bit of 75, look a bit of 75, Carl at 75. Carl at 75 now, looking for a bit of 80, looking for a bit of 80, how about a bit of 80, anybody bit of 80. $80 now, looking for a bit of $80. Anybody bit of 80, look a bit of 80, anybody bit of 80. 75 going once, there's an 80. $80, D. Johnson now looking for 85. 85, anybody bit of 85, look a bit of 85, anybody bit of 85, 85. Anybody bit of 85, look a bit of 85, now a bit of 85, anybody bit of 85. $80 going once, looking for a bit of 85. How about a bit of 85, anybody bit of 85. There's Carl at 85. 85 now, 90, 90, anybody bit of 90. Look a bit of 99, a bit of 90. I think I'm going to run out of pennies one day before the Earth stops rotating. Get slung off into space or something. I think I've got enough pennies for 12 lifetimes. I got more pennies than a cat has lives. Carl at 85, looking for a $90 bid. 90, anybody bid of $90? Anybody bid of $90? 3 dump truckloads of river rock? From where you don't know. It's river rock. Huh. I've been around a lot of river rock. 85 going once, now looking for a bit of 90. Anybody bid of 90? 85 twice, looking for a bit of 90. Get it in quick. Last and final call. $85 looking for a bit of 90. Anybody bid of 90? Look a bit of 90. We're sold Carl 85. I appreciate it. Thank you, Carl. Yes, Carl, we are good on CoinTubes. You wanted 2 packages, right? Okay, sounds good. Next lot, folks. Box number 16. If you guys have ever liked 2009 bicentennial issue pennies, you need to start bidding now, because I have a roll. These are 2009 D mint wrapped roll. 2009 D. It's LP4. I'm going to start this off at $1. Give me a $1 bid, $1. These generally sell for about $5 a roll. Here's another 2009D LP4 roll. 2009D LP4. The LP4 is the presidential. That's the last of the 4 designs, and that is the one that's actually kind of scarce. Okay, how about a Philadelphia roll to go with those? Philadelphia roll to go with those. So now we've got LP4. We've got 2 D mint and 1 Philadelphia mint. D Johnson's up to $25 now. I'll tell you what. How about if we do this? Let's put together. What do we got here? 3, 7. There's 7. How about, folks, if all together, all the different issues that there were, I've got LP2, LP3, LP1, LP4. I got a whole bunch of rolls here. 27 rolls, actually. 27 rolls. We'll fill you up a box. 27 rolls. These are all mint wrapped. United States mint wrapped. Box of 27 rolls. Everybody ought to be jumping on this one. These are $5 a roll, generally, folks. Let's see, what do we have here? There's a DLP3. Here's a PLP1. Here's a DLP2. Here's a DLP2. A bunch of these in here. Deanne, let's see. Hidden is up to $80. Hidden at $80. Looking for $85. There's a DLP2. There's a PLP1. Here's a DLP2. So we've got 27 rolls in this box. 27 rolls. And these are all U.S. Mint issued wrapped rolls. Let's see. If we did 27 at $5 a roll, which is normal, this would be a $135 box. So we've got 110 at Kelly. 110 at Kelly, looking for a bit of 120. 129, a bit of 120, look a bit of 120. How about a bit of 120? 110, looking for a bit of 129, a bit of 120. We've got Kelly at 130. No, hidden at 130. I'm sorry, hidden at 130. Hidden at 130, looking for a bit of 140. 130, looking for a bit of 149, a bit of 140, look a bit of 140. 140, looking for a bit of 140. Got 130 going once, looking for a bit of 140. There's Kelly at 140, now 150. Now 150. Anybody bit of 150? Looking for a bit of 150 now. We got Kelly at 140. Looking for a bit of 150. Kelly Michaud at 140. Looking for a bit of 150. 159. Anybody bit of 150? Look a bit of 150. How about a bit of 150? Anybody bit of 150? Look a bit of 150. There's Kelly Michaud 150. Kelly Michaud at 150. 150 now 160. 160. Anybody bit of 160? Looking for a bit of 160. How about a bit of 160? Hello, Taco John. Looking for a bit of 160 now 160. Anybody bit of 160? Looking for a bit of 160. How about a bit of 160? Got Kelly Michaud at 150. Looking for a bit of 160. There's Kelly at 160. Kelly Michaud at 160 now 170. 170, looking for a bit of 179, a bit of 170, look a bit of 170. 179, a bit of 170, look a bit of 170. 170, looking for a bit of 170, how about a bit of 179, a bit of 170, 170, 170, a bit of 170, look a bit of 170. Kelly Michaud, 160, looking for a bit of 170. 170, looking for a bit of 179, a bit of 170, look a bit of 179, a bit of 170. I just throw your max bid out there and see what happens. 160, looking for a bit of 170. Got Kelly Michaud at 160, looking for a bit of 170, 179, a bit of 170. 160 going once. Looking for a bit of 170. Now a bit of 170. Here's Kelly Ray, 170. Kelly Ray, 170. Looking for a bit of 180 now. 180. Looking for a bit of 180. 180. Anybody bit of 180. Looking for a bit of 189. Anybody bit of 180. 180. Looking for a bit of 189. Anybody bit of 180. Looking for a bit of 180. Kelly Ray is at 170. Looking for a bit of 180. 180. Anybody bit of 180. 170 going once. Looking for a bit of 180. Anybody bit of 180, look for a bit of 189, a bit of 180. Got 170 going twice now, looking for a bit of 180, 189, a bit of 180. Last and final call, try to get a bit of 180 in there now. Kelly Ray, 170. Kelly Ray, 170. Well, Mr. Michaud did not win, unfortunately, hidden. Otherwise, you would have a pile of nice rolls here. Well, where are we now? Where are we now? Well, here we go. We're going to start with a 1995 Philadelphia, another 95 Philadelphia. How about that? 97 Philadelphia. This is that box from the 90s, Kelly Ray. 95D. 93 Philadelphia. Doug Reese says $30. He knows what these are worth. 96 Philadelphia. All five issues, Kelly Ray? The are you asking about the 2009 box? That'd be all 8 issues. No, there's only I don't think there are any D-Mint LP1s in there because I don't have any of those. Here's another 95 roll. Crispy Mofo at 75 now. Another 95 roll. These are all from the 90s. Here's another 95 roll. Here's a 92 roll. You know what you can look for in those. You're going to be looking for the wide AM in the 92s. Here's a 96D. 94 plain. You're looking for that extra column. There's a roll. Here's another 94 plain roll. Here's a 94 plain original bank wrapped roll. We got a bunch of goodies in here. Here's Doug at $80. $80 now, looking for $85 bid. 85. Anybody bid of 85? There's a 93D. 1993D. Here's another 93D. These are like $10 a roll, people. 93Ds are tough. There's 93 plain. Here's another 95. A lot of people looking for 95, still looking for those double dies. Here's a 94. Got a lot of rolls here. A lot of rolls and a lot of good stuff. Doug knows it. Doug knows it. 91 now. Up to $100 bid, looking for 110. Here's a 90D. What's this one? 92D. 92 plain. This will stock you up for sure. There's another 90 plain. Crispy at 110. Here's another 90 plain. Really, really rare double die obverse in the 1990. There's only like 3 or 4 examples known. You could find the 5th one in this. Here's another 90 plain. A 91 plain. Looks like I got 6 more rolls in here. 6 more rolls. Here's Doug at 125. Now I need 135. Here's another 95. Here's a 94. 92D. If only everyone knew just how hard these are to get. 92 plain. 91 plain. And another 91 plain. So that's what I have. I don't know, that's probably about 30 rolls of coins from the 90s. Got 135 out of Crispy, 150 out of Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray 150 now, looking for a bid of 160. 160, anybody bid of 160? Looking for a bid of 160? Anybody bid of 160? Looking for a bid of 160 now, so 160, 160, anybody bid of 160? At Kelly Ray at 150, looking for a bid of 160. 150 going once, looking for a bid of 160. Anybody bid of 160? Looking for a bid of 169, anybody bid of 160? Doug at 160, 160 now, 170, 170, 170, anybody bid of 170? 170 looking for 170, 170 now, anybody bid of 170, looking for a bid of 170? Doug at 160, looking for 170, 170, anybody bid of 170? Kelly Ray at 170, 170 now, 180, 180, looking for a bid of 180 now, anybody bid of 180? 180 looking for 180 now, looking for a bid of 180 now, anybody bid of 180? 180, 180, 180, 180. Anybody bid of 180? Look at 180. 180, 180. Kelly Ray 170 going once. Looking for a bid of 180. Kelly Ray 170 going twice now. Looking for a bid of 180. 180, 180. Doug is out. Thank you, Doug. Last and final call for a bid of 180. Anybody bid of 180? Sold Kelly Ray 170. Congratulations, Kelly Ray. I put that box together thinking about you because you said you needed coins from the 90s. There they are. And truth be told, that was about half of my inventory of the 1990s. I did not have very many of those. Okay, here we go. Next up, 1968S. Gets me started, box number 17. Wait a minute, where are we? You got box 18. I've got box 17. What's going on here? Oh, no, this is box 18. Sorry. This is box 18. Box 17 didn't get its label put back on. There we are. Box number 18. Patrias gives me a $1 bid to start. $1 bid to start. Then we have a... we've got an Everhard 1960 roll here. This is one... Oh, the cap will come off, but the coins won't come out. That's 1960. Here's a 1964D. 1964D. This one is a Louisville branch Fed Reserve Bank. Here's another 64D, Louisville branch Fed Reserve Bank. Now I've got these rolls that were taped up. They were taped up with white tape. They're from 1960 to 1964. I have no idea which ones these are, because the guy who taped them up decided that it wasn't important to know what date and mint they were from. So these are 1960 to 1964 rolls. I don't know which of those they are, but there you go. There's 5 of them to figure out. This is a 75D from Louisville branch Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis. Here is a, well, this one looks like it's a circulated roll. It has a 73 on the end, but I wouldn't count on that being an uncirculated roll. Let's see. Here's another 1960 roll. That's a Everhard roll. That's what I call the Megrigan Sun rolls. You actually have to use heat to get the coins out, because otherwise they're sealed in there forever. How about another 4 rolls of those? 1960 Philadelphia. Another 4 rolls of them. How about that? Here is 64D again, Louisville branch, Fed Reserve Bank. There's another one of those questionable, who knows what it is, rolls. Let's see, got about 6 rolls left. Commercial National Bank of Kansas City. This is one of those 1980D rolls. Here's a 75D, Louisville branch, Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis. Here's a 68S tubed roll. 1970D. This one's tubed, and look at the age of the tape on there. That thing's been taped in there forever. Here's a 63D. And here is a 72D. So I've got 25 to 30 rolls in here. Where are we at right now? We're at $60. Deanne, $60. 60 now, looking for a bit of 65. How about a bit of 65? Anybody bit of 65? 65, anybody bit of 65. Looking for a bit of 65 now, a bit of 65. 65, need a bit of 65. 65, anybody bit of 65. Looking for a bit of 65. Got 65. Deanne, 65 now, 70. I'm sorry. Deanne, 65 now, 70. 70, looking for a $70 bid. 70, anybody bid of 70. 65 going once, looking for a bit of 70 now. A bit of 70, looking for a bit of 79. A bit of 70. 65 going twice, looking for a bit of 70. How about a bit of 70? A bit of 70, looking for a bit of 70. 70, 90, a bit of 70. Last and final call for 70. Sold. Deanne, 65. That's how that works. Let's see, what do we have here? This is our next box, number 19. Mr. Box, number 19. Let's start this off. Patrias gives me $1 bid. How about let's start this off with a 1969S roll. 1969S ought to get you juices flowing. 1969S to start. Here's a 72S. 1972S. What's this one? This one's going to be a mystery roll. The Trust Company of New Jersey. It has no date on it, and it has, well, it has memorials at both ends. So there we go. Sissy's at 50. Sissy at 50. Here's a 77p roll. How about this? 1936. Yeah, you got that right. 1936. 1936. Give you something to look through there. Here's a 55D. What's this one? This looks like another old wheat roll. I have no idea. See, it's a 56D roll. 1956D. Let's see, what else do we have here? Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis, Memphis branch. This, I think, is a 1977. 77 or 77D. I think it's a 77D. Here's another one of those trust company in New Jersey. This one is 1970 Philadelphia, so I'm going to tell you that other one's probably a 1970 Philadelphia. They appear to have come out of the same box. Tim Morello's at 100 now. 100 looking for 110. 110. Anybody bid a 110? Here's a 1979 Philadelphia. 1968D. Another 68D. Here's one that says 64 on it, but this one looks like they're circulated coins. Circulated coins, 1964. Still could find double dies in there. They don't have to be uncirculated to be double dies. Here's a 63D. Another 63D. Another 68D. And we got 4 rolls left. How about a 98 Philadelphia? 98 Philadelphia. Here's another one of those trust company in New Jersey rolls. So this one's going to be another 1970 Philadelphia. I got a 66 right here. And then 64 Philadelphia. This one's not completely full. I don't know why, but it's not. So it's a 64 Philadelphia. This is what I've got. This is the last of this. Kelly's at 110. Do I hear a 120? Anybody out there with a 120? Anybody bid a 120? Look over a bit of 129, a bit of 120, look a bit of 120. I'm going to put this one in there too. It's a 58D BU roll. 1958D BU roll. There's Mark Thomas with a 120. 120 now, 130, 130. Anybody bit of 130? Look a bit of 139, a bit of 130. Here's a 1964 original bank wrapped roll. This is Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis, 1964. Fed Reserve Bank of St. Louis, 1964. Timothy Morell is out. Mark Thomas at 120. Looking for a bit of 130. Thank you, Tim. Looking for a bit of 130. 130. Anybody bid of 130? Now 120 going once. Looking for a bit of 130. Anybody bid of 130? Looking for a bit of 139. Anybody bid of 130? 120 now going twice. Looking for a bit of 130. 130. Anybody bid of 130? Looking for a bit of 130. How about a bit of 130? Anybody bid of 130? Kelly Michaud at 130. Kelly Michaud at 130, 130 now. Looking for a bit of 140. 140, anybody bid of 140? Looking for a bit of 140 now. A bit of 140. 140, 140, 140. Look a bit of 140. At 130, going once. Looking for a bit of 140. 140, anybody bid of 140? Look a bit of 140 now. A bit of 140. At a 130 twice. Looking for a bit of 140 now. A bit of 140. Looking for a bit of 140. Last and final call. Looking for a bit of 140. Mark Thomas is out. Thank you very much. Last and final call for 140. Sold to Kelly at 130. Thank you, Kelly. Box 20. Yeah, let's get an empty one to feed this into. Check this out. There's a whole bunch of goodies in here. These are all, yeah, they're all from the same source. And they're all BU rolls. There you go. All BU rolls, all nice BU coins inside. And we're going to start off with 1968S, 1979D, 1977D, 1968 plain. 68 plain. Here's another 68 plain. And a 69. Here's a 1965. 69S. I knew we'd run into one of those, at least one of those in here. There's another 65. Another 68. 78. 66. Boys and girls, we got 1, 2, 3 more rolls of 1969S. That's 4 rolls of 69S in there so far. There's a 68S. There's a 67, 66, 65, 1971. We got 4 rolls of 1969S BU coins in here, folks. There's 1973S. There's a 67. There's another 69S. Another 69S. You got 5 rolls of 69S in there now. Here's 6 rolls. 69S. There's a 68S. 69D. There's a 77. Or is that 79? That's a 79. And 68S. That's what I've got in there. Malcolm's up to $100. How many? I can't even count. What was it? 7 or 8 rolls of 69S in there now? If you don't run into something good, that would be an oddball. How long have I had these? Oh, man. I can't tell you. A lot of these rolls I've had. These particular rolls I probably picked up in 2016. So I don't know how long ago that was. It's a while, though. Tim Morell at 110. Sissy at 120. Got 120 now, looking for 130. 130, anybody bid at 130? Looking for a bid at 130. There's $70 worth of 69S alone in here by the standard wholesale value, which is going to go up, I'm sure. Generally at sale, we generally get about about $30 a roll out of these. $30 a roll, there'd be $210 in 1969S only. There's 140 from Sissy. Looking for a bid of 150. Now 150. Anybody bid at 150? 150. Look a bid at 150. Now to bid a bid at 150. Looking for a bid at 150. How about a bid at 150? Anybody bid at 150? Look a bid at 150. Now to bid a bid at 150. 150. No bid at 150, 140. Going once, looking for a bid at 150. Anybody bid at 150? Malcolm, 150, 150. Now 160, 160. Anybody bid at 160? Looking for a bid at 160. How about a bid at 160, 160? Anybody bid at 160? 150, looking for a 160 bid. This is our last lot, folks. 160, Sissy at 160. Now 170. Now 170. Anybody bid at 170? Looking for a bid at 170. A bid at 170. Looking for a bid at 170 now. A bid at 170. Last and final lot for the evening. Looking for 170, 170 bid. Anybody bid at 170? Got 160 going once with Sissy. A 160 twice now with Sissy. Last and final call, looking for a bid at 170. Anybody bid at 170? Sold to Sissy, 160. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Sissy. Thank you to everyone else who has bid and to everyone who has given me the opportunity to serve you in coins. Very soon, I'll have another printing of this available. Short list of rare and valuable modern Lincoln cent die varieties. Shows you how to Shows you how to go through the sorting process the way I learned it. And it goes through some of the best of the die varieties in the modern coins. And anybody who'd like one of these, if you have bought tonight, just give me a message. Let me know, and I'll get one to you. If you've bought anything from me tonight, just let me know. I'll get one of these to you. Otis, did you get anything from me tonight? Let's see, I'm going to start it here. Okay, I'll get one to Kelly. Jesse. Otis. Did you order from me tonight? You did, okay. Otis. Let's see, Deanne. Carl. Mark. Yo man. Parvis, I will send you one. You did not bid on anything, but I will send you one. New family member. Yes, last night included. Kelly Ray. Let's see. Robert. Paul. I usually sell these for about $4 or $5. I haven't really come up with a new sales price on these yet because I haven't printed these in like 3 or 4 years, and it's about time that I start looking at the current cost on things. Ted, I will send one to you. You'll just have to wait until I've got some other reason to send you something, but I'll send one to you. Let's see. Mr. Boudreau. Jeff Dunn. Let's see. Donald. Doug. Let's see. Tim Morrell. Ant. Techstar. Patrius. Okay, for anyone who I don't have a reason to be sending anything else, basically for anyone who I'm just shipping this to, I'd like to be able to send you an invoice for the postage alone, just so I can charge you for the postage on it, if you're not already getting something else. Okay, Frank. Got Frank in there. Got Kelly, Jesse, Otis, Deanne, Carl, Mark, Yeoman, Parvis, Kelly Ray, Robert, Paul, Ted, Mr. Boudreau, Jeff Dunn, Donald Hutton, Doug Reese, Tim Morrell, Ant, Techstar, Patreus, and Frank. Yeah, Andy, I'll send you one, but let me wait until the next package so I don't have to charge you any shipping. All right. Adam, same for you. I'll get you one, but I'll just wait until I can send you a package. I'm going to have a bunch of these printed here before too long. Right now, I've only got a couple dozen. So If your buddies and friends want one, I think I'm going to be doing $5 delivered. $5 delivered. Nice thick paper. Nice quality images. Learn your difference between the 70S large and small date with this. What wheat cents are we talking about, Ant? I can't remember what I've... Oh, Sissy. I missed Sissy. Okay, I'll get Sissy in there. P. Adams. Okay. Hang on. Can you remind me, Ant? Oh, the number 2 folders. Okay, you wanted the other set of the number 2 folders. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to try to get one of those in there for you. Hang on a second. Let me get... Where did I put those anyhow? They're in here somewhere. There we go, the partial folders. Let me see if I can get another one of those together for you. Okay, I'll get you another set of the number 2 folders, Ant. Let me go ahead and put a find on that so I will know that I don't have it prepared already. I'll have to work on getting it prepared. Yeah, it's a pamphlet. It's the short list of modern Lincoln cent die varieties. It's in color. The entire thing is in color. And it talks about the rarest and most difficult of all of the different ones to get. Gives you a little cheat sheet on the back. I'm going to send these to all the people who've ordered something from me tonight. So Hidden, I can get one to you. DRS. I can try to get one to you. Let's see. That is right. It has been a pretty epic battle getting all this done, right? Yes, Timothy, I am planning on doing the rest of the reveals this week. And for Dennis, I am planning on doing the 1966 replacement roll. I think it's the next one I'm doing. Lot number 18. That is correct. You did get a lot number 18. That is correct. Got you in there. Did I get both Pauls? I got Paul Fitzgerald. Did Paul Hampton say he wanted one too? No, he got buried in other people's chat, I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's Paul Hampton. Okay, I'll get Paul Hampton in there. Thanks for looking out, Paul. Penny Hoarder wants one too. Okay. A signed copy. Okay, well, I guess I can do that. I still have my pen available. I'll sign him on the front cover. How does that sound? Just above my name right up here. Something like, let's see. I'll sign him with the silver pen. How does that sound? Just like this. How's that? I'll sign all of them. Don't worry about it. I'll get all of them signed. Can you have a copy of each coin in the book? Sure you can. You just have to figure out where you're going to find them from. Yeah, that's the short list pamphlet that I've been advertising and printing for a number of years now. This one happens to be a new printing of it. And then probably within the next 2 to 3 months, I plan on doing one for wheat cents as well. I'll be signing all of these, that's for sure. I need a copper-colored pen. Somebody send me a copper-colored pen, okay? Send me a copper-colored pen, and I'll sign everything in copper-colored pen next time. But for this time, it's going to be silver. Taco John, I've already got you on the list to get one. Anybody who's purchased anything from me today or yesterday gets theirs for free. Anybody else, it's going to be $5 including the shipping. So Taco John, make sure you're on my list. So I'm probably just going to give everybody who was here one of them, or at least get you in there for. This one's going to be for hidden right here. He was the first one to ask. I do need a copper-colored pen, though. Silver is fine. I appreciate it, Lucy. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone being here. This is the end of the show, actually. This is we're kind of done. We're just sort of chit-chatting now, talking about how my signature would look better in copper pen, I guess. I appreciate everybody. You guys have a great night. I think I'm going to go ahead and take off and start working on getting everything together to get finished with this and move on about my evening. I appreciate it, everyone. You guys have a great night. Great rest of the weekend. Have a wonderful Monday tomorrow. And I will talk to you guys when I start the reveal shows this week. I'll talk to you later.